Now, we know one of the biggest shifts, at least the biggest shift in entertainment since Disney acquired Fox, is the upcoming acquisition that Discovery is buying WarnerMedia, Warner Brothers, HBO Max. Now, for those of you who are behind on this story, yes, you heard that right. It isn't the other way around. It's not Warner Brothers buying Discovery Plus, which is what you think it would be. It is Discovery Plus buying Warner Brothers, and they're about to take the whole damn thing over. Now, a lot of the questions that we've been having about this, besides a lot of excitement, and I'll tell you straight up, I'm very excited about David Zaslav and the guys at Discovery taking over Warner Brothers. I think it's got a lot of potential for a very bright future. But one of the questions has been, okay, so what's going to be the fate of HBO Max and Discovery Plus? Two streaming services that, I'm not going to lie, I like very much. Mm-hmm. I have Discovery Plus on all the time. I don't care. I'm a love it or list it guy.
It's such a fun show.
It is such a fun show. I am absolutely a Property Brothers guy.
Oh, man.
I like Guy Fieri, that big blonde.
He's great.
I like Guy
Going
Fieri.
around
Big blonde
supporting
Sonic the
restaurants.
Hedgehog.
The blonde Sonic the Hedgehog. Guy, with Flavor Town
Sonic.
and whatnot. I like these shows and I don't care.
Yeah.
Me and Ann like popping them on every once in a while. And then, of course, HBO Max is a tremendously good streaming service. Well, what's going to happen with that once Discovery takes over? Are they going to put into a bundle deal like Disney does with Disney Plus and Hulu? Will they try to merge them into one service? Well, we actually have the absolute answer to that now. They're going to merge them into one streaming service. Now, we all knew this was a possibility, but I honestly thought if I had to put $5 on it, I probably would have thought they might have kept it as a bundle deal, but they are actually going to combine the two services, primarily because they believe running them as one service is going to save them $3 billion per year. They believe it's going to save them $3 billion per year.
That's a substantial savings, Joe.
That is 5 years. That's $15 billion.
In advertising? For how? For why? What?
Well,
Explain.
here's the part that a lot of people forget about. Like, I remember when I did our breakdown about maybe 6 months, a year ago, I did a full breakdown about the actual costs to run a Disney Plus or a Netflix. And the one thing that everybody always knows, acquisition, they know licensing fees, marketing. What everybody forgets, because we all use YouTube, is the actual technology and operations side, which runs in the billions upon billions upon billions. I may not be remembering the exact number right, but I believe just the operations of Disney Plus is $7 billion a year. That's just in operations and technology. Mm-hmm. That's not even anything else. And so HBO Max isn't as high, Discovery isn't as high, but they figure by combining them, they're going to save about $3 billion a year. But they also think they're going to be offering a service that is going to have wide appeal. One of the things the CFO of Discovery said, saying, a lot of people watch HBO. HBO Max gets a lot of its traffic in the evenings. A lot of the traffic for Discovery Plus comes in the daytime. We think we can offer something that's got a wide-reaching thing. Now, I'm going to look for, this just came out just before we started the show. And he said, listen, comes to us from Variety. He says, Discovery, which is about to become Warner Brothers Discovery within the next month when its merger with AT&T WarnerMedia closes, has confirmed its plans to combine the current streaming service Discovery Plus and WarnerMedia's HBO Max into one service rather than offer the two platforms as a bundle. Discovery's chief financial officer, Gunnar Winfields, which, by the way, I wish I had the name Gunnar, who will also serve as the CFO of the newly combined Warner Brothers Discovery Network, said Monday during the Deutsche Bank 30th annual meeting, Internet and Telecom Conference, that Discovery is making preparations to combine the two streamers, making the first time the company has actually revealed its post-merger strategy for Discovery Plus and HBO Max, amid speculation that they could remain solo platforms with bundling options before they are combined. I don't know how to say his name. Weidenfels says the first step during the integration will be some time will be some form of bundling while the new company figures out the best way to merge the platforms. Now, this is what he says. One of the most important items here is that we believe in a combined product as opposed to a bundle. We believe that the breadth and depth of this content offering is going to be a phenomenal consumer value proposition. And he's right, Weidenfeld said. The question is, In order to get to that point and do it in a way that's actually a great user experience for our subscribers, that's going to take some time. Again, that's nothing that's going to happen in weeks, hopefully not years, but in several months. And we will start working on interim solution in the meantime. So right out of the gate, we're working on getting the bundling approach ready, maybe a single sign-on, maybe ingesting content into the other product, etc., so that we can start to get some benefits early on. But the main thrust is going to be harmonizing the technology platform, building one very, very strong combined direct-to-consumer product and platform. That's going to take a while. So, whole lot there to take in. And a little bit later on, he talks about the billions of dollars in savings by combining them. I will tell you straight up, I still believe the best option for them would have been a bundle. I still think the idea, because you're talking about two very different kinds of content, from HBO Max to Discovery. And I think maybe having them as a bundle might have been a better option. Mm-hmm. But I get what he's saying about, you're talking about one streaming service that has something for everybody. Maybe not everybody, but but in principle, a little something for everybody. The idea that I can have one streaming service that I can watch, Fixer Upper and watch
Peacemaker.
What
a back-to-back showing.
I mean, I want to, you get to you're watching a Disney Plus show and an episode of Book of Boba Fett ends and it brings up screen, start watching Mandalorian. Yeah, that would be funny. You watch Fixer Upper with Chip and Joanna, and then motherfucker watch Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Like something like that.
Chip Gaines must love Peacemaker.
I'm sure Chip Gaines is all about Peacemaker. He probably runs around dressed as him. I love Chip and Joanna.
Oh, that episode of Showtime. Have you been watching it? The new episode of Showtime.
No,
the Laker.
I haven't seen
Laker
it.
thing.
I did.
Okay. It was good. I like it so far.
You just randomly start
how
thinking
is
about
this
the Lakers.
connected at all to what we're talking about?
Isn't that on HBO Max?
Okay,
Yes, it is.
all right, okay. There's some.
It is, okay.
Wait a minute, where did that come? You're right. It is on HBO Max. I love the first episode of Showtime or Winning Time. I mean,
Winning Time. Yeah, you're gonna like the second episode too.
I'm going to watch that today, I believe. But at any rate, it does offer. He's saying, look, we want to offer one incredible value to our consumers, and you know what? This will do it. This will be a great. Again, I would have bundled it, but this is a pretty good deal. Rob, let me ask you. You're David Zaslav's. I mean, you've gone from being Bob Iger's racquetball weekend buddy.
It's true.
To now playing chess with David Zaslav.
Yeah, that's me.
So you're his number one consultant. And he asks you, Rob, should we keep Warner Brother or HBO Max and Disney or Discovery Plus as two separate streaming services and bundle them? Or should we make them one service? What do you see the pros and cons of either?
Well, we have this conversation after, of course, I try and convince him every day to buy Paramount so he can take over Star Trek. Just so you understand it. But no, in all seriousness, John, I actually think that they make a really good point that as the streaming wars proliferate and people are going to pay all different kinds of things, all different kinds of money, all different kinds of deals, I think that the fact that HBO, Warner Brothers, Discovery, they'll all be under one entity. I think it makes good business sense that it becomes one fee that you pay, because it'll be whatever they're going to call it. We don't know what they're going to call it. And you and I were talking about, I think you're very astute in saying that they won't get rid of the HBO name.
No way. Yeah,
it'll
you've got to
probably
keep
be
the
HBO
name.
Discovery.
Yeah.
Just as simple as that. I like the idea that it's one all-encompassing fee that I have to pay to get a wide variety of entertainment. Mm-hmm. I don't like Hulu and Disney Plus. Give me one. I mean, I understand why, but I like this idea because, John, my viewing habits, and I think a lot of viewing habits, are such that you can watch Fixer Upper and then jump over and watch Peacemaker. My viewing habits run the gamut. I watch so many different kinds of things. I mean, on Netflix, I'll watch Midnight Mass and then The Great British Bake Off.
Yeah.
That to me is a nice afternoon. And so I think this is actually really a good idea. I think for a company, they're making some bold moves, and I think it probably makes sense in the long run.
Now, some people are mentioning, I've seen a few people in the live chat saying, why don't you call like Discovery Max, taking the Max part. But here's the thing, HBO, as an IP is, I'll go so far as to say, the most respected name in quality streaming television or quality broadcast television, cable network television. That is the most award-laden, honored, best shows in history kind of thing. I just don't see there being any possible way that whatever the name of this new streaming service is, that they do not have the letters HBO in it. I just can't imagine it.
Yeah.
And I think that HBO Discovery, what that says, you know, the discovery of new entertainment worlds, that's probably, instead of HBO Go and HBO Max, I think the whole idea of HBO Discovery is a really cool corporate branding idea.
Yeah.
Chris, you're in charge of
yay.
this whole thing.
Exciting.
Do you number one, do you bundle them as two separate services? Or two, do you merge them into one streaming service? And then what do you name it? If you had an opportunity to name it there.
Oh man. Well, as I made very clear, I do not understand mergers, since I was like, how would it save them that much money? But like what Rob was saying though, I like the idea of a one-stop shop for all of my shows. Because yeah, I'm comic content and food shows. That's kind of my consumption.
Right.
So I want to watch Barefoot Contessa and Doom Patrol. That's what I want to do. I want Ina Garten, and then I get to see the robot. So I like all of that all together there, right? And I like HBO Discovery, because I think everything on just having the plus name on there too has just been so lazy. Like, I don't know why we all agreed that was the way to go on streaming, of just everything's plus, it's fine, except on, you know, SNL, where it's Disney minus when we have the lesser shows. I really think just merging those two names is a really fun look at stuff, because yeah, you're discovering new content. And I think you're absolutely right. You got to keep that HBO part as the first part of this name. Even people who aren't in this industry, there's a very big difference when I say, oh yeah, I'm being considered for something for HBO, than when I say any other network.
It is the most prestigious name in TV of any kind.
Like with parents, you know, there's also the concern of, they're like, which kind of HBO show? Is this a naked show? And they're like, it's animation. So no.
Yeah, so like Disney, they're going to have to be putting in some pretty heavy parental controls.
Exactly.
Although they already do have some good parental controls
They've
there.
got stuff on there. And like we've talked about on the show before, you know, your kids are going to figure it out one way or another. So maybe have a conversation with them. But I think it's okay if it's all there.
Anyway, guys, the question is for you. I think this is very interesting that they're just going to merge it into one service. How do you feel about it? Would you keep it separate as two separate streaming services in one bundle, like he was saying, like maybe with a shared login, which is probably how they're going to start this whole thing off before they can merge them together? Would you merge them together? What kind of a name would you have for it? Whatever your guys' thoughts are, jump on down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. We want to take a minute and thank the sponsors of this video, Liquid IV. Now listen, just one stick of Liquid IV added to 16 ounces of water will hydrate you faster and more efficiently than just water alone. It contains 5 essential vitamins like B3, B5, B6, B12, and of course vitamin C, with 3 times the electrolytes as traditional sports drinks. And what makes Liquid IV so effective is the science of cellular transport technology, or CTT. You see, it's designed to enhance rapid absorption of water and other key ingredients into your bloodstream faster and more efficiently. You know, Ann and I get up pretty early in the morning to go to the gym because we can't go to the gym at any other time during the day. And for the last couple of weeks, I have been drinking 1 full glass of water with Liquid IV. And all I can tell you is you can feel the difference during the workout. So go and grab Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code CAMPEA at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you use the promo code CAMPEA, that's CAMPEA, at liquidiv.com. Experience better hydration today when you go to liquidiv.com, and remember, use the promo code at checkout, CAMPEA.